Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Andy Mac from the DJ Cafe, and today I'm going to be talking about a brand new fader that just hit the market for your Range 62 and now your Pioneer DJM S9. So what fader am I talking about? You guys have probably already seen this in another video, or you guys have probably already seen an IG post about it. I'm going to be talking about the Infinity Fader from Infinity Faders. Now, why would you want to replace the faders in your mixer already? Well, I actually have an untold story about my crossfader. For those of you who don't know, I don't know why I said that. Of course you don't know, it's an untold story. I had a scratch session one day at my house. It was probably the last scratch session I had. And there's a reason why it was the last one I had. I had about 6-7 dudes here. You know, nothing weird or whatever. Just, you know, good old scratch session in the studio. And at the end of the day, when I went to feel my crossfader to, you know, just jiggle it around a little bit or whatever, or I don't even know why I grabbed it. I think I was just turning everything off and I was about to, you know, head to my room and chill out for the rest of the Sunday. I felt too much movement vertically. Now, you shouldn't have so much movement vertically because it's a fader that only goes horizontally. And that's where I was like, yo, is this broken? So I went ahead and I put on some sounds and, you know, the fader still worked. But it felt like it was broken. It didn't feel solid. It felt different, obviously. So I went ahead and I contacted Rain and I got, you know, a replacement fader. Now, this is a bad boy that they sent. As you can see, it's plastic. And I was like, whatever, you know, I'll make it work. So for people who have ever been on my mixers, you guys know that I like to keep my mixers, you know, as far as a crossfader, well maintained, because I'm a person who likes to scratch and who likes to obviously use a crossfader. So I like a lighter crossfader. I have a lighter hand. And recently, I don't know what happened, but when I would, you know, I scratch with my right hand on the fader, left hand on the turntable, and when I would go to the right, you know, when I would cut or whatever, it wasn't cutting out the sound. Now, in reverse mode, it would work. So, Rain faders being all the same as far as their line faders, they're all magnetic faders. I went ahead and I swapped out one of the faders. I said, you know what, let me just put, you know, one of the line faders as a crossfader, and that's the case. Well, I did not take into consideration that I don't use the line faders as much. I mean, yeah, not as much, nowhere near as much as that crossfader. So that crossfader has already, you know, it was already broken in nice. And the, you know, up faders were real stiff. I looped them up or whatever. It wasn't making me happy or whatever. So I went ahead and I grabbed an Infinity fader because I had, you know, already been in talks with them or whatever. So I went ahead, pulled the plug. I went ahead and I caught me one. So obviously this is not it. I have it in the mixer already. I didn't want to take it out to put it right back in. There's other videos to see how you can install one of these. Now this is technically, I guess, just the fader stem. That's where the issue is, because obviously the ones that come from Rain are plastic, and I guess a lot of guys actually break their faders quite a bit. That I had only broken mine once. I guess technically twice. So I was hoping that would fix the issue and that would be a nice buttery fader, and man, can I not tell you how happy I am with it. I've only had it for maybe about 3 days, but honestly, as soon as I just put that bad boy in, put on the faceplate and started cutting, I was dead set, like, yo, this is dope. I love this fader. Like, I was in love from then on. I was like, yo, this is tight. Like, this is buttered. No lube, no nothing.
Well, that's pretty good.
They market this bad boy as the unbreakable fader. Now, why is this fader unbreakable? Well, it's made out of solid aluminum. For the people overseas, it's made out of solid aluminum. Yeah, so I mean, it's a solid fader. It's definitely an upgrade from this plastic fader that Rain supplies you with. I'm not knocking Rain faders. I mean, they put this bad boy in the mixers for a reason. It has some type of reason or whatever, whether it's feedback or whatever. So yeah, originally it came out with the silver one, just straight aluminum silver. Now they also offer gold and I think purple as well. I know I've seen it. I don't know if it's a limited run or whatever it may be, but you would have to check out their website for, you know, further details on what color you would want. It's gonna go under your faceplate. You're not really ever gonna see your fader stem, but I mean, I guess it is kind of cool to have, you know, purple or gold faders. I went ahead and I grabbed the gold one because I don't know, man, I thought it was cool. So they had a limited they had a limited promo going on where they would send you a cooler cap, so that's why I got a blue cap on my mixer on the crossfader, and the upfaders are red. So they went ahead and they sent me one of these bad boys, nice and navy blue, to change out for the red. That way I'm good with both sides of the gang. I got the blue and the red. I'm good. Now, would I put them in my upfaders? Honestly, I don't really use my upfaders rigorously like that. But if I were to ever break a fader stem on the line fader, I would say, you know what, let me just go ahead and upgrade the remaining 2 faders in my mixer. As of right now, I've seen that you can pre-order your fader for your S9. Now, is this a hell of an upgrade for somebody to do if you're into scratching, or honestly, if you just spent $1,700 to $2,000 on a mixer? Why not go ahead and upgrade those faders in your mixer? Therefore, it's going to last you so much longer. I feel like this is one of those upgrades that you definitely have to make, especially if you use your faders quite a bit. It adds, in my opinion, if I were to buy a used mixer and it had unbreakable faders in it, that would be a selling point to me down the road as well. Now, will this fader ever go out? And that's the thing. It won't. Because technically this is just the fader stem. If your fader goes out, it's gonna be your actual fader in your mixer. As in my case, if my fader were ever to bleed or whatever it may be, it's gonna be the little housing holding the fader stem. It's gonna be that little circuit board or whatever it may be. That's gonna be the thing that goes out. So I would replace that, and I would not have to replace the fader stem. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Infinity Fader by Infinity Faders. I honestly, like, dead serious, I really fuck with this fader, like heavy. Like, as soon as I put it in, it's butter. You don't gotta lube it up, nothing. Straight plug and play, install that bad boy and you're ready to go. If you're kind of scared about installing one of these yourself, I mean, they're really easy, and don't be scared, man. It's really easy for anybody to, you know, put these in your mixers. Very easy, very simple to install. Just take your time with it and be patient, and you'll be ready to go in no time. So once again, shouts out to Infinity Faders. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and if you don't like it, then you know what to do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.